Good afternoon again, ladies and gentlemen. You joined us for qualifying for AOR Suzuka, and we're here on our first flyer. And that was the Mercedes trying to get out of the way, and they really did get out of the way, but the damage was done by me being a little bit distracted. And managed to post a pretty good banker, I guess. So not too happy with that, but Don Silva sets a 32.9. And it's going to be really difficult to beat because I've only beaten that once in practice. Have to have a good run in qualifying to try and beat that. Anyhow, second run, looks like I'm going to get a pretty good run through here. Unfortunately for me though, the car ahead is actually on a lap themselves, so they're not really obliged to let me through. And I didn't really realise that going over the line. Yeah, so that's my second lap up in smoke, and my third didn't go much better. So that's a pole position for Don Silva. Quite a few for him actually this season. And there you can see he actually has Felipe Massa's helmet, so I'm wondering what's going on there, but anyhow. Second position, not too bad for us, as starting on the inside may be beneficial at this track, due to the fact that lag and being on the outside has been a horrible concoction in the practice races. What are we doing in cockpit mode? Oh well. So behind us is Tio, who was obviously a big thorn in our side last round due to lag. And let's see what happens here. Not too bad a launch actually, but looks like Tio's got a much better start than both the Don Silva and I. And he's come through and I've had to let off there so we don't have a collision at turn 1. So I've lost one position to Tio. Also important to note that his teammate Nozem, my championship rival and championship leader, has been a no-show for this race. So a third or higher will give me the championship lead back. But obviously I'm going to want a lot more than that. A bit of a buckle would be quite nice, given what happened last round. And as you can see, Tio's having quite a big run at Don Silva, and we're going to follow this lap because there is a huge battle up ahead. Don Silva goes a bit wide and Tio's through on the outside, a fantastic move actually. Now he holds the inside of the hairpin, which I've locked up into. Thankfully Wu-Wa's not quite close enough to take advantage of that. I was able to hang back and just watch this battle, as I didn't think that overtaking would be too wise, given how close everyone behind was, and they might be able to slip through. And then move down the inside from Don Silva, it's Spoon. Looks like Tio's gone to defend that. And going through 130R, side by side are they? At this point I really thought it would be me first after this corner. I didn't think they would make that through there, but they sort of did. And now Don Silva has the inside for the chicane, he's made it through there. But Tio would have got a better exit, and he's already down the inside. Good grief, we've got the box seat with this battle here, right, haven't we? He's back in the slipstream. Back out to make a move at turn 1, that could be risky. Yeah, he thinks better of it. Anyhow, at some point he passes Don Silva. And this is on lap 3. Don Silva looking to have another move though into the hairpin. Defended well by Tio, but that causes Don Silva to go wide. And I'm through into second position. But I've already figured out how to get past, actually. That is to pit at the end of this lap and make an undercut, despite the fact that the tyres are absolutely fine. Because I don't really want to risk passing anyone, and I think there's a gap I can fall into with this pit stop. Not to mention the fact that the tyres will then have even prime stints of 8 laps each. So we've dropped out there quite nicely in 5th position and undercut by the end of the next lap into 2nd position behind Herbie, who started on the prime tyre and dives into the pits at the end of lap 9. So we assume the lead at the start of lap 10 for the first time. Make one only mistake of that race. At turn 2 there, going a little bit deep, lucky not to be caught on that green stuff, or the curbs in fact. Pitting at the end of lap 11 from a 5-second lead, which stayed pretty constant. In fact, Tio closed it down by a couple of tenths over the stint. Another set of prime tyres. We're going to rejoin. Is it beginning first? No, because Herbie comes through on his alternate strategy. And I think Tio and Don Silva pitted that lap as well. Otherwise they would have been coming past because they were within a pit stop. Later in that lap, I think Herbie realises that fighting would be detrimental to both of our races, so he lets me through, as he's going to have to pit quite a bit before me. Back that up with the fastest lap, and there's 2.3 seconds back to Herbie, and Tio is falling back even further because his pit stop took quite a while as he had to wait for cars to go through. And starting to lap people now. Thanks to all of them for seeing me and letting me through. And at the end of lap 19, it's time to make our final pit stop as we slip there into the pits. Heavy falling back because of the different tyres, and Tio way behind because he pitted a lap early. It's probably the belief of trying to undercut a bit closer to us. And now you see that Tio and Don Silva are up to second and third because Herbie is pitted and put on the option tyre. An interesting strategy, a 2-stop in fact. We just put the cookie dough lap down and set the fastest lap. And there's another fast lap, next lap. But we would not in fact get the fastest lap this round, as Chris would take down Anna. But later in the lap, in fact. On the final lap of the race, Tio's fallen back quite a bit, probably conserving a bit because Don Silva had a bit of an incident and trying to consolidate second place with the Red Bull driver. But that's our 6th win of the season.
Fantastic race, congratulations on the win, that's 25 points.
And phenomenally happy with that, back in the championship lead. Next round is in India, I hope to see you guys then. See you next time. I've been Jacko.